Edwin, hope everything's going well for you, man. You had said something like you were having to drive to, I think, Atlanta to grab your car, or maybe some other things as they were being shipped state, or well, not stateside, but just to the mainland, I guess you could say. So I hope that trip's going well for you. I hope you're staying safe and all this rainy weather we're having. I'm not sure how it is over there right now. But anyway, what I was wanting to do this afternoon for your lesson was to record me on each of these things that we started this past week, so that you could have them as a reference for your own practice time, to make sure that you were doing all of them right. So what I'm going to do is say which number I'm on. I will tell you how to count the bass drum part, and then I'll show you how it sounds a couple of times, and then we'll move on to whichever one's next. All right. So I have my metronome here set to 60. So if you want to do it slower or faster than that, that's fine, but that's how we'll do it here, just, you know, so it's not something super fast. Anyway, I'm going to skip number 1 because it's really easy. Here's number 2. Alright, so the bass drum is on the E of 1. It's going to sound like this. This is too loud. Here's number 2. We got E, E, E. Alright, number 3. The bass drum is on the and. So that will fall on a hi-hat note. So we've got and 2, and 4, and 2, and 4. Alright, so that's how that works. Alright, for number 4, the bass drum falls on Alright, so that will not be on a hi-hat note. Here we go. 1. Oh, here we go. We got a 2, a 4. Alright, so that's how that's going to go for you. Alright, number 5, our bass drum is on 1E. Alright, so it'll start on a kick drum, on a hi-hat note, and the second note will not be on a hi-hat. Here we go. We've got 1E, 2, 1E, 2, 1E, 2, 1E, 2. Alright, so that's number 5. Number 6 is super easy. We have 1 and. Alright, it's going to sound like this. We've got 1 and, 1 and, 1 and, 1 and. Alright, so that's what's happening with that. Okay? Number 7, we have 1 Alright, so it'll start on a kick. The kick will start on a hi-hat note. That will not be on a hi-hat. Okay? Here we go. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Number 8, we have E and on the bass drum. All right. So bass drum note 1 will not fall on a hi-hat. It will fall in the middle of 2 hi-hats. And then that and, of course, will be on a hi-hat. Alright, so we'll have this. We've got E and, E and, E and, E and. Alright. For number 9, the bass drum has E Alright, so neither of these notes will fall on a hi-hat note. They will both fall in between hi-hat notes. Okay? So we have this. We have alright, so we have there for number 9. Number 10, we have and alright, so your hi-hat note it's all right. Your first bass drum note will fall on a hi-hat on that and. All right, and then will not be on a hi-hat note. We have this. And 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 all right, and that's number 10. For number 11, we have 1E and. All right, so the issue here isn't really going to be as much the timing as it is just making your foot go as fast as it needs to. All right. If here you need to slow it down, that's totally fine. All right. But we have 1E and on the bass drum. It's going to sound like this. Watch this. We've got, see that, 1E and, 1E and, 1E and. All right. So next for number 12, we have 1E up. All right. So this one here is sort of weird. It starts on a hi-hat note with the bass drum, and then your next two are not. All right. So we have this. Watch this. We've got 1E up, 1E up, 1E up, 1E up. All right. So that's that. Next we have 1 and all right. This one here is fairly straightforward. All right, so it's going to sound like this. We've got 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and all right. Next we have E and on the bass drum. All right, so it'll start with 1 hi-hat note, and then you have E and on the kick drum. That'll sound like this. We've got E and E and E and E and all right. Next, 1E and on the bass drum. Same thing here, man. Like, it's not hard to understand what's happening with it, but sometimes just making your foot play that fast can be a little bit of a challenge. All right, so we have this. Watch this. We've got all right. So I don't think we have really gone over number 16 through 22 yet in lessons. But I'm going to go ahead and add these on, just so if you would like to work on them, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's up to you. So look here, man. The hi-hat and the snare drum down here stays the exact same the entire time. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. It's just now the bass drum notes will fall after the snare drum instead of earlier than the snare drum. So number 16, the bass drum will fall on the E after 2. Okay, watch this. We've got E. All right. Number 17 is similar. We have 2 and. All right, that's going to sound like this. And, 2 and, 2 and, 2 and. Okay. Number 18, the bass drum falls on the of 2. All right. So watch this. We've got 2 Okay. For number 19, the bass drum will fall on the E and after 2. All right, check this out. We've got E and, E and, E and, E and. Okay. Number 20, we have bass drum on the E and the after 2. All right, that's going to sound like this. We've got Number 21, we have 2 and on the bass drum. Check this out. We've got and 2 and 2 and 2 and all right, and last, we have number 22. We have E and on the bass drum after 2. Okay, it's gonna sound like this. We've got Alright, so look, that is a ton of information in one short little video here. But look, here's the thing, alright? Your hands and your feet and your brain can handle it. I know that, alright? I know that for a fact. What I wanted to do here was just to make sure that you understood how each number was counted, so that when you were working on them all, you were doing them all in the correct way. All right. So holler at me with any issues that you may have on this, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay. So I'll talk to you next week.